Is there any new business? Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to speak briefly on the topic of the interchange, which is something that every day is a reality that we have to live with. This causes immense stress and an immense toll on a lot of residents, both in Brunswick and in Strongsville, who are now living under uncertainty, both of their homes, their neighborhood, and some of the points I was going to make was very elegantly put by the resident from Strongsville, which is that the city of Strongsville has now essentially admitted through their study that it would not impact 82 other than minimally. We know that it's detrimental to Howe Road based upon the study, and further, their own consultant said there would still be backups onto 71 from 82, even with an interchange. The new study that they put on the site, their second version of the study, is highly critical in the comments and in looking at what has been done. I reviewed the Strongsville City Council meeting on September 5th. I was surprised to see that there were people sitting in a unique chair to what I have here in Strongsville in the same similarly situated that were not prepared to ask questions at that meeting, that had not reviewed the study enough to be able to ask these questions and had not read the critical comments that questioned even the findings of the study. But it is clear that the study does not show anything other than minimal at best. And we are living with a stress here that I know where home values are at. I know people aren't going to talk about it that come up here, and I know what happens to people trying to sell the homes. I've talked to people who maybe aren't ready to talk about it publicly because maybe they're trying to sell their home. But we're having a lot of stress, undue burden, and on our residents that is continuing to pile up. But I have some good news. I want to say thank you to our state senator, Mark Romanchuk, Representative Melanie Miller, and Representative Sharon Ray, who legitimately understand the implications and the devastation this could cause to this area. And this Thursday, they're having a press conference at the Ohio State House at 10 a.m. to talk about a potential repeal of the law that is forcing this interchange in. I also want to invite anyone that is interested, including residents of Strongsville, that are interested in stopping this, interested in supporting their efforts. We'll have a bus leaving from City Hall on Thursday at 7:30 a.m., going to Columbus for the press conference to support our state senator, our state representatives who are fighting for us in Columbus. Hopefully get back here about 1 p.m. I'm happy to talk to anyone before, after, or can contact me if you have any questions, but there'll be Thursday morning a bus in front of City Hall. I'll hopefully have enough donuts that I would get for everybody. But we're hoping that the legislature and Columbus can see the problems that we're experiencing here. We're thankful for our state senator. We're thankful for our representatives, for Senator Romanchuk, Representative Miller, Representative Ray, for standing up for us. And we're going to support those efforts, and we're going to hopefully put an end to what has been a stressful nightmare for a city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. Councilman Delsanter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I want to commend our council president and vice mayor, Nick Hanek, because he articulates all the technical issues regarding this problem, and he does it probably in a better organized way than I do. But the fact of the matter is that the way we're pointing our finger at the city of Strongsville, well, that train left the station when the governor signed 5501.6 into law. Our problem exists in Columbus. And it only exists because one man needed a way out of his troubles politically, and that's Tom Patton. I'm a Republican. And I will tell you, I have no love for this man, because his self-preservation is on the bodies and investments and lifetimes of people living all around this area affected by it on both sides. What kind of person does that? A very selfish human being. I don't have to worry about whether Tom Patton likes me anymore, whether he's going to wield some sort of political weight on me. I don't care. I care about you, and I care about my own home. We're all in the same boat. I'll be polite when I go to Columbus, I promise, Nick. I'll do the best I can. But the fact of the matter is, everything has demonstrated how whimsical this particular act was. It had no foundation of fact. It had no joint approval of all the stakeholders. It was the most hideous act of legislative homicide that I've seen in many years. And I wish and I hope that we can convince all of the legislature who did vote on this and the governor to see the wrong and just make it go away. Sorry, I don't live in a fantasy. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to take a lot more work. And I'm sorry that we have to be in this position because it's costing us money and it's costing us sleep. I have no doubt. All because one guy needed to get reelected. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Councilman Delsanter. Is there